Ansor, the Nahdlatul Ulama organization, in Kediri, having a campaign to make sure that Christians are still recognized as a major group of art. They don't want to talk about the supernatural powers of Christians. Many of them believe it. So there's a big variety of approaches even now. Where's the majority? Hard to say. Does that help at all?
Since the religion like Islam or Christian comes from outside of our religion, and we are the people here, for example, for Javanese, and their identity is shaped by their culture, and the religion comes later. And then if you got some ideas like to refuse or to forbid all local cultures, how could like Japanese people or Indonesian people see their identity?
Well, I think the first thing we have to recognize is that no religion can become a world religion unless it adapts to local environments. It's only by adapting that it gets adopted locally. Then over time, of course, things change, because all cultures change at all times. And the adopted religion becomes part of the influence, one of the things which influences cultural change. So that there's no doubt, for example, just in recent times. This morning we had an opening with an Arabic greeting. We had a prayer at the end. When I first came to Jogja in 1969, that would be unthinkable. It would never have happened. So it's just a change in the cultural style. These things happen all the time in any society. I have no doubt that the process of deepening understanding of Islam in this society has gone on very powerfully for the last 40 years, and the society is doing it.
The feature model? The feature model. Can you explain what Javanese people in the future like?
What Javanese people do?
What people will be like in the future?
Oh, well, they'll be like all Japanese. Very nice.
Is it a question of style, of fashion, or
There are fashions.
maybe it was just fashionable to be Muslim?
Well, that's true. And of course, the deepening religiosity of the society, not just Islam, but also Christianity and so on, has been quite strongly a middle-class urban phenomenon. I remember there last year, I don't know what's happening this year, but last year during Ramadan in Georgia, there were fashion parades for how to wear the jilbab. In a sense, that's totally contradictory. And the style which I liked most was something called jilbab sexy. Totally inconsistent. Jilbab sexy.
Oh, we had last summer they invented jilbab Britney Spears.
Oh yeah. So there are elements of fashion. That's certainly true. But you shouldn't think it's just fashion. There's a genuine, increasing commitment to religion as a part of identity. I think in all religious communities. And the interesting thing to me, I think no one has a way of explaining this, is that it is universal. It's happening around the world. The first wave of this kind of deepening religiosity was among Protestants in North America in the 1960s. We see it more in Islam in the 1970s. We see it in Hindu movements in the 1980s. This is Buddhism has been less touched by this, but still even there. This is a universal phenomenon. And it's very, very interesting.
What about 13th century?
14th century. What about it?
What maybe we can explain it analogically?
Well, maybe. I mean, 14th century.
There were traders who were quite rich, who were influential, they were elites who first converts to Muslim.
It's quite possible.
So maybe it was.
And one element we see, for example, in the late 18th, early 19th century in Minangkabau, is a very insecure society. There's a lot of violence, a lot of theft, and so forth, and merchants were very unsafe. They were being kidnapped, they were being robbed. And so one of the reasons that the merchants supported the reform movement in Minangkabau, the Padri movement, was because they sought the security of Islamic law. The Islamic legal system would give them greater security. So so they were securely, not, they come